Hello, everyone. I'd like to teach you guys how to make your own summary and transcription app using only free tools. And I think this will be the best way and path for people who don't want to spend on anything. All they ever need is probably any AI prompt, or maybe if you're using ChatGPT, you just need to probably log in. You don't even need like an upgraded ChatGPT account. So what you're gonna need is simple. First step is you basically need this app from on the Microsoft Store called aTrain. Once you have this installed, you're basically almost 50% done. So why do we need this? Is because this is actually a free version of any transcription. This is a basically a transcription model or like an AI transcription application that you can use and that can process WAV files, MP3 files, even MP4 files. Personally, I'd like to keep the files as small as possible. So the first thing you can do before this is another prerequisite is transforming your WAV file into a MP4 file or maybe just an MP3 file. Now, I do have a sample here that's already set here. So once you have the aTrain, it'll probably take a couple minutes for you to install this. All you have to do is just go to the Microsoft Store, install it using aTrain, and then you just type that down. I already have mine installed, so you just have to open that. Once you have that installed, open up aTrain. Now click transcribe. You can input any of the files that you like. Just for sampling purposes, I do have a file here ready as an MP3 file, so you can just put that there. I basically drag down an MP3 sample. You only have one model to pick from, and then indicate what language that's basically spoken into that file. Let's say you have a meeting that everyone's speaking English. You can just put their English. If there are multiple people speaking different languages, I suggest you use detect automatically. From there on, you can also input if there are multiple speakers. Let's say you're in a meeting and there's more than one or two people speaking, or maybe if it's a forum, just disable this. If it's just one person speaking, if it's a meeting, turn this on. And you can also indicate how many number of people are talking. So let's say in your meeting, you have two people, just you and the other person talking. So once you have this ready, it'll take a while to process the overall MP3 file and the description. So you can once this is ready, you'd actually have this on your archive. So you'd have a couple of samples here. You might be confused where this goes. So there are multiple outputs to this file. So after you're done transcribing, you open up this file, you click that open, you'd see something like this. And then what you want to open up here is the transcription file. So it's a text document. Don't open this one. Don't open this one. What you need is just this. It's a simple text document that contains all of the text that's going into that meeting. For this case, there's only one speaker in this one, and it's pretty accurate. So far, all the results I've gotten using aTrain has been accurate, and I don't see any issues there. Now, of course, you don't have the time to go over all these transcriptions. What you're going to do next is pretty simple. So pick your favorite AI prompt, whether it's ChatGPT or DeepSeek. For me personally, I like to use just the generic ChatGPT, and you'll produce something like this. I do recommend you log in though. So let's say for example, all you have to do is basically just copy this prompt. Well, please summarize the following meeting notes and highlight any important points. So just copy that, and then you have to log in to upload a text file. So just copy that prompt, and then remember that text file that I sent that we transcribed from aTrain. You have to just go over to the app again, open this up. Now you don't even have to open up the file itself. All you have to do is drag this text transcription over to the prompt or the ChatGPT, for example, paste that, and then just enter it once it's done uploading. Give it a few seconds, and then it should be ready. You can now enter, and then it should read that transcription for you, It doesn't matter if like how many characters are in that text file. What matters is the size. And since it's a text file, it's relatively small. And then you can also see all the meeting summary points, any technical steps that you might need to go over. So this is probably the best solution I can find for you to not have to install or subscribe to anything at all. You can use any other chat or AI prompt to use this to basically summarize your transcriptions in almost anything. So simple as that. No need for subscriptions unless you have already one. Use that then. But yeah, I would really recommend using aTrain as your transcription tool. It's free. It's on Microsoft Store, and I would really recommend this. That's it. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Goodbye. If you like this video or if you found this video helpful for you, please consider either liking, sharing, subscribing, or donating to this GoFundMe page. Funds used in this video will be used to help a family member recover from severe brain damage due to bacterial meningitis. We greatly appreciate any form of help you'll be willing to provide, whether by donations or by simply sharing the page. The family in need will greatly appreciate your help. Thank you.